Hey, it's Wolfblood here. Today's episode is going to be about non-furs interaction with members of the furry fandom. Now, the first point that I want to make here is we can't forget that we're weird, okay? I mean, we do kind of walk around dressed up as animals and we do kind of enjoy kids' movies. It's not average, normal human behaviour to do this as grown adults. So, the baseline point needs to be that it's an unusual thing that not everyone's going to get, and a lot of people might not really enjoy. I mean, particularly if you're a stranger, then it might just be a case of why the hell is this random person dressed up in a bloody fox costume? And if somebody knows you, they might be like, hey, why is my mate Joe suddenly talking about Zootopia, this kid's movie, as if it's the best thing in the world? And why is he, turning up to school and drawing bloody animals and shit like that? All right, it's not what's expected. It's not a social norm, is what I'm trying to say. So a few people might be a little bit freaked out by the whole furry thing, and I think this is perfectly understandable. So we need to garner as much respect from the public as we possibly can. That's basically the entire aim of my blog and this YouTube series, is I'm trying to show the world that, hey, we're not dickheads, we're not weird, crazy people, we're just enjoying something that's perfectly reasonable to enjoy. However, before we can ask for this respect, we must make sure that we are showing respect to people who are not in the fandom. And it seems lately, well, I'm new to the fandom, so I don't know particularly, but lately, I think maybe furries are going a bit too far in their interactions. Every group does have its jerks, and this fandom's no different. So when I hear about, people going out there and bloody, I don't know, I don't even want to say the stuff because it's just bullshit, but my point is, we want respect, we need to show respect as well. And yeah, we do gather quite a lot of disapproval from the public. Again, that's the reason why I started all of this blog and shit. So basically, the way it works is if somebody is going to be disrespectful, if somebody's going to be a dick because you're a furry, I'd say either just state the facts and leave, just say what it is, answer any questions or assumptions that they've made, and then just leave, get out of there before they can start throwing shit back at you, because you're never going to convince the dedicated fur haters. You're trying to convince the people that might not have barely heard about the fandom, might not know what it's about. But the worst thing I'd say you can do when you encounter disrespect, be it in real life or online, is just throw, hate back at them, because that doesn't gain us or you any more friends. When they see some furry, as far as they're concerned, the representation of this entire fandom, stood there shouting profanities and getting all worked up, it makes the rest of us look bad, and quite frankly, it does make you look like a bit of an idiot. So I certainly advise anyone, just don't engage the trolls, block, mute, report, whatever the hell website you're on, whatever they allow. Just get rid of them and don't make yourself out and the rest of us out to be total crazy people, basically. At the same time, show respect to non-furs, and maybe they don't want to engage with you, and that is okay. At the same point as we say, oh, cosplay is not consent, non-cosplay is also not consent to engage in cosplay. So if you're there in your fursuit or whatever, going around asking for hugs, if somebody just wants to stay the hell away from you and not come near you, I would certainly say you don't have a right to just walk up to them and, start interacting with somebody who might be in genuine fear. Masks do scare people. So yeah, I would certainly say if somebody doesn't seem willing to engage, don't, harass them, essentially, because we don't want to be harassed. Therefore, we shouldn't do that to other people. It's fairly obvious. Now, if you follow me on Quora or if you've read my writing, or if you know me in real life, then you'll know that I'm the sort of person who happily walks around cities and goes to college wearing ears and a tail. So I'm one of the more out there, more sort of almost in-your-face furries. But I find a lot of people are surprisingly respectful compared to what you might think from online interactions and what you find in comments threads. I don't know if any of them know what being a furry is or if they recognise me as a furry, but I find a lot of people are just sort of like, hey, that's funny. They'll have like a little laugh, photos, come up and talk to me. And this isn't even me wearing full suit, please. I wish I could afford one of those. So I think, in all honesty, we're making good progress. I've noticed since Zootopia, I think the fandom has expanded a little bit. I think that made some progress. And I've noticed that on things like Urban Dictionary and what have you, there seems to be a bit more of a liking to furries, even from non-furs. Probably because maybe people, as of late years and whatever, have been having a bit more interaction and it's been a bit more open, so people have started to lose the misconceptions. I don't know. Leave any thoughts in the comments below. But I think that's effectively it. I mean, be respectful to others. Try not to engage trolls, or if you do, just state the facts and don't start an argument with them. And yeah, don't expect disrespect. We all have a right to demand basic level of respect off of other people. And I think that's about it. So feel free to like and subscribe. I have been Wolfblood, aka Jake Williams, and that is the end.